All right, Robert, you played as the OTS today. What were you playing?
I was playing Salamangreat, or Salad Boys, as you will.
Good old Bobbert playing his salad. What were you playing before Salamangreat?
Burning Abyss.
How do you feel about that deck now?
It sucks. Sucks ass. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Salamangreats are pretty good in this format. Super consistent and like pretty fun, actually, I think so.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so let's start off with the best card of the deck. We got 3 Gazelle. Oh, let's turn these around, actually. So 3 Gazelle. This is the best card in the deck. You always want to see this on your turn 1. It's Armageddon Knight, special summons itself. It's amazing. Yeah. So it's perfect. We play 3 Spinny.
Card's also great.
It's a free discard, which lets this go off, and then it's a free special summon. It makes it so that the Xyz is super easy to summon.
Yeah.
What's its name?
I play 2 Foxy. Some people play 3, but I feel like 2 is better. It's like, it helps if you draw it, but it's kind of like Jack Jaguar and Falco, where you only ever really want to see one of it. So
I didn't really see much against it when I played you.
Yeah, I didn't draw it, but in games like in rounds 2, 3, and 4, it came in handy. We play 1 Jack Jaguar and 1 Falco. This is amazing, like because it shuffles back your Sunlight Wolves back into the extra deck and special summons itself, so it's free extenders.
Is there a reason why you only run one of it?
You only want to see one of it. It's a once per turn, and you don't want to draw it. You want to summon it off of Mirage Stalio, so we only run it as a one of, and same with this one. This one is a bit more situational. It bounces back a card to special summon itself, but if it gets sent to the graveyard, it sets a Salamangreat spell and trap card. So that's really good for maintaining resources. But again, it's a one of because we can search it with Mirage Stalio, and yeah.
That's really nice.
We play 3 Stratos for the deck.
I didn't see this at all.
Yeah, it's a 3 of, but you might not see it, so sometimes you just don't see it. But it searches for Foxy, Spinny,
This
or
card's
Gazelle.
broken, right?
Yeah. So this is like, it's huge. It can go into Balinks. It's a cyber, so yeah, it's good. For the hand traps, we played 3 Ash.
Yep. You common.
Shut up. It's the most generic hand trap right now. It's not super amazing, but it helps. So
It's strong.
That's not bad.
3 Effect Veiler. This hand trap is really good this format, I feel. It stops Thunder Dragon dangers. It stops like a bunch of normal summons, and those are like super important for some decks, right? So I feel like Effect Veiler is super strong right now. Droll and Lockbird.
I think this is the best hand trap right now.
It is the best hand trap, but all the decks I played against today don't get affected by it.
That's just unfortunate.
If you're playing against the top decks like Sky Striker and Thunder Dragon Danger, it's really good, but unfortunately I didn't use it today, so yeah.
You have to get a trap.
It's something like that.
The 1 Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. I did not draw this at all today, so I don't know how I feel about it in this deck. I'm sure it's probably fine, but the reason why I played only the one of is because I recently pulled it in a box with a friend, and I had a buyer. Didn't come today, so I was like, I'll run it today, why not? Now onto the spell cards. We play the Salamangreat Circle. This is the Rhoda of the deck. I never used the second effect, but the second effect is also pretty useful. It targets a reincarnated Salamangreat, and it protects it from effects for the turn. Monster effects, I believe. Yes.
This actually came up against me playing Frogs. He did it in the draw phase, in the standby phase, so I couldn't negate it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like
being a quick play spell, it makes it actually a lot better.
It's because you can set it off of Falco, and you can like consistently grab it back with Sunlight Wolf. It's just like an amazing search tool. For the one of Salamangreat cards, we play 1 Sanctuary, 1 Will of the Salamangreat, 1 Fusion of Fire.
Everything searches that. That's a beater thing, and then middle. I don't know what the middle card.
Okay, so this you can search with Balinks, so you don't ever want to see it in your hand.
Yeah.
This is for OTK.
Yep.
And this is an amazing extender. This is basically like a free Monster Reborn or a Soul Charge for the deck. You don't want to have run more than one because it could be bricky if you have more than one. But since you can search it with Gazelle or something else, then it's really good. 2 Call to the Grave. I don't own a third
You
one,
just stuff on your phone.
and nobody has it in the city. It worked. It works out.
That's a good card.
Twin Twisters ×3 because
How's this work out for maining for you today?
it worked out good. You never want to like get stuck against a floodgate, like there can only be one, and you also want to like get rid of like problematic back row deck cards, right? So yeah, and like it was hardly ever dead. You know, Manitoba loves their back row decks, so I felt like this was useful in every single
I'd
matchup.
also like to comment, they're also all 3 rarities.
Yes. One Monster Reborn. I didn't have an extra card. I didn't have another card really. It's just like a free extender.
Monster Reborn, yeah.
Yeah.
Good card.
For the traps, we play 2 Roars and 1 Rage.
Your Infernity?
Infernity Barrier, but it's once per turn, so you never want to see more than 1. And this is the pop. This card was super clutch today. This card, I think it's amazing, and I wish I could run more than 1, but it's good at 1. But just being able to like consistently like plus off of being able to pop their cards doesn't even target their cards. It's just amazing. And to end it off, we play 2 Solemns. Really good if they go first. Bad if you go second.
Why did you choose Warning and Judgment over Strikes?
These are, I believe, you know, in my opinion, I feel like these are more. What's the word? It
Negate summons better?
it's more powerful than Strike. I feel like Strike not being able to stop spells and whatnot.
Yeah. Like Monster Reborn or Soul Charge.
Yeah, like that's like, and then this one is just like, oh, this one like literally stops everything. So, if I owned a Strike, I would probably play 3, like all 3 of them, like 1 Strike, 1 Solemn, 1 Judgment, but I don't. So,
Okay.
we play those. For the extra deck, for extra decks, we play 3 Baelings. Super good. Get Sanctuary, protects your monsters. It's super good. The best card in the extra deck, Sunlight Wolf. It literally like generates so much advantage off of being summoned that it's insane. Like this card is like it's crazy. And I wish it came in a higher rarity because like it would look so nice.
It looks so ugly. It's a gross looking card.
You already won like 2 turns ago.
We run 2 Helio because we only ever need to. Helio is usually used for the OTK or for sending back cards from the spell and trap card zones, but it never really came up the OTK today, so that's a little unfortunate. 2 Mirage Stalio. You only ever really need to. I've never really run through 3, and you can like obviously you can send it back with Jack Jaguar. And it's an evoker for the deck, so it's like it gets out your 1 of, so it gets out this, and it gets out the Falco as well.
Has there ever been a time where you wanted 3?
No, never really had the problem of running 2. If I ever did need 3, it would probably be because I wasn't managing my resources properly with Jack Jaguar.
Then that just means you need to play better.
Yeah.
that's right.
For the one I'm talking about,
To play Transcode Talker and Update Jammer. This is like an OTK where you make Transcode Talker with Update Jammer, and then you special summon an Update Jammer here. So then that's 81,000 damage with just both of them there. Because then Transcode Talker can attack twice.
This is good.
It's alright, yeah.
1 Phoenix, we don't run the Cerberus because Phoenix can actually work under the turn that you activated Salamangreat Mirage Stalio, because Mirage Stalio turns off effects of all monsters that are on fire, so we run this.
This guy came 5th place.
Yeah. 1 Moral Sword because it's another way to OTK, and then 1 Violet Chimera.
That's the fusion.
Yes, so this you make this off of Fusion of Fire, and it's like OTK potential.
I know he does big damage, but what does he actually do? I know he just hurts.
So what happens is it gains the half the attack of the monster you use for the fusion, and then if it attacks a monster whose attack is different from its original attack, it doubles its attack points. So the combo is, let's see, where's the Helio? You do 2 Helios, and you use Helio's reincarnated effect to target a monster, change its attack points to like 500 or something like that, and then you attack them with Violet Chimera for a game, because that's like 8k.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
Then onto the side?
Yes. Play
We already have a navigation.
Pinkertops. It's usually like an amazing card. It didn't actually like work that well today.
Did you draw 3 in a row today?
Yeah,
Because,
I drew 3 in the hand, and I couldn't even summon it once in the Ditto. It didn't matter. I still won that game, but it was like kind of frustrating.
Eradicator on their draw phase.
We played 2 Ghost Ogre,
And then you still have
more
second
hand traps
navigation
because I
on
want
each turn.
a lot of interruption during their turn if I don't go first. It's not that great, this format, but it can still stop like multi-roll and LP, so
Yeah.
I feel like it's okay. Lancia, this card is really good. Like if you draw it against like Orcust or Thunder Dragons, like you can kind of like turn off their turn for a bit. They can probably work through it a bit, but I feel like it's really good.
Yeah. But what I would do
For
is
Floodgates, I
would
played
hit
3
Direct Punishment
Gozen.
and Additional Black
Just
Illusion.
goes in.
Didn't come up today since I played all matchups where
They all ran it too.
'Cause I was
where
gonna
they
say, you
could
would
run
tribute
it
for
or they were
Eradicator
all
and
the
then
same
bring it back.
attribute, right?
Yeah, it's in the.
For the 1-ofs, we play 1 extra Salamangreat Violet Chimera, 1 Fusion of Fire, 1 Super Poly, 1 Upstart, and 1 Imperial Order.
Upstart in the side.
I didn't have another card. To
Oh, you
use.
just put it there.
Yeah, just because
put it
like
there?
if I needed to side out 3 cards, then I side out like or
You
at, like,
should have put Moki Moki.
Shut up. So these are for the Ditto because I thought that I would play it a lot today. I played it once, so it came in handy. This is literally like you win the game probably since they can't respond to it and it steals both of their monsters.
Yeah.
And these are the same as they are.
And also a win button there.
And just like free win button.
Yeah.
This didn't come up. I didn't play against a deck that necessarily uses spells enough that I want to use it, so.
Alright.
Yeah.
How'd you feel you did today?
I feel like I did okay, except for the first 2 rounds. The first 2 rounds, I made a couple like mistakes that cost me the games, and then like
Back to a what?
put me in a state where I couldn't top really. And then the next 2 games, I played really cleanly, and I won them both pretty easily. So I finished 5th, so I'm happy about it.
It's also your
but,
first time
Oh,
playing
wait,
this deck at a...
Like, are you saying this is in your hand?
Competitively,
You have
right?
nothing
That's
in
true.
deck,
That's
so-
true. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can
there's
still-
still room to
you
grow.
can, like,
Yeah,
but,
you have
Yeah,
I'm
big run.
decently happy with how I
like
did. So
Apprentice?
yeah.
Alright.
All right, then.
Vocal percussion on a whole nother level, coming from my mind. Vocal percussion on a whole nother level.